Yogi fam, welcome to your mat. Today we'll be focusing on freedom, open hips, and releasing low back tension. So we're going to start with freedom for ourselves, in our minds, in our bodies, freeing our fascial tissue and freeing the muscles that hug our bones to give us a little more mobility, stability, and strength, all the abilities, make us more capable in our daily movements, allow us to feel better. My hope is that these thoughts and intentions of personal freedom will float and ripple off of our mats until those freedom intentions join the greater global community. Eyes closed. Settling into this sacred space. Focus today on freedom, beginning with the freedom of your very own breath. Just as Opa Lee said, and I quote, "Freedom is for everyone." Freedom begins with ourselves, with peace in ourselves. Take a nice deep breath now in through the nose. 2, 3, 4. Hold breath in. 2, 3, 4. Release. 2, 3, 4. Hold out. 2, 3, 4. Inhale, breath. 2, 3, 4 to the top. Hold in the fullness. 3, 4. Exhale, let it all out nice and smooth through the nose. 3, 4. And hold the breath out. 3, 4. And again, breathe in through the nose, seal the lips. And hold it at the top. And exhale to let it go. And hold the breath out. Feel the emptiness. And again, breathe in. And hold. And release. And hold the breath out. And again, breathe in. And hold. And release. And hold the breath out. Last cycle. And breathe in. And hold the breath at the top. Feel the fullness. Relax and let go. And allow the breath to remain outside of you. Notice how that feels, that emptiness, shunyata. And come back now to your natural, normal breath. Notice how you feel. It's a balancing breath. Helps us to maintain our center and ground into the mat. Going to begin with experientially finding those postures that create freedom in our fascia, in our joints, in our muscles, in our minds, with the hopes that we can allow this to ripple out to our family, our loved ones, and the larger global community. Freedom. Good. Let's come all the way to a neutral table. Just find yourself here, grounding into the earth. Then beginning with a cow, let the belly drop between the palms and the hands. Look up and exhale, sequentially squeezing the pelvis, reaching up through the back, tilting chin to chest, just like this. A few more at the rate and measure of your own breath and your own body's rhythm. Breathing in. Breathing in through the entirety of the movement, exhaling, letting it all go. Open mouth, closed lips. You do you. Let out the exhaust. Back to neutral table. Turn and look off the right shoulder. Sway the hip from side to side. Rocking the head from shoulder to shoulder. Feeling that lateral alignment in the spine. Whew, good. And pushing back to a child's simple pose. Resting your forehead down. We're going to begin right away. Inhale. Rise to the tippy toes. Downward facing dog. Take your dog for a walk here. Find that first dog in your body. Reaching the hips toward the sky or the ceiling, gazing between the knees. Energetically reaching those heels toward the back corners of your mat. And with the palms trying to rip away, not trying to, imagine ripping the mat apart. Feel that strength in the upper back and the arms. And breathe in, rise to the toes. And exhale, reach the heels toward the earth, grounding down through the roots, gazing. And again, inhale, rise right up on the toes, shoulders over the wrists. Exhale, press down. Fluid moments, fluid movements. Inhale. And exhale. Starting to ignite that spirit by feeling the fullness of each in-breath and out-breath rise to the toes. Good. Exhale, drop the knees straight toward the mat. Try to keep the shoulders over the wrists here and float your knees. Keep them lifted. Feel the activation in the front core body. Then take a wide knee stance to the outer edges of your mat. Take a breath in. And exhale, press back. A wide knee, child pose. Walk your palms forward. Rest your forehead down. On the next breath in, plant the palms. Tuck your toes. Hi, Gustav. And rise up on your toes on the in-breath. On the exhale, just float that table. Just drop your knees. It's a little bit of contraction. We expand on the in-breath. We contract a little bit on the out-breath. Yes. And then inhale, wide knees, breath in. Exhale, sit your hips back. Wide knee, open. Opening up those hips. One more time like this. We're going to change it up a little bit. Tuck your toes. Inhale, lift. As you exhale, glide to a plank. Hold your plank. The shoulders might be a little over the wrists. Notice the wrists. If it's too hard on your wrist, you can also come onto the forearms. Good. Another breath in. Exhale. Float your table. Inhale here. And as you exhale, press back, child's pose. Inhale again, plant the palms, come up on the toes. High-toed, downward facing dog. Exhale, find your plank. One breath, one movement now. Inhale, Drop the knees. Exhale, press back, child's pose. Extend your arms. Rock your head gently, saying no. Beautiful. Plant the palms. And back to downward facing dog. Now take the toes wide to the back of the mat. Take a breath in. Gaze between the thumbs and then exhale. Wide leg downward facing dog. Good. And then inhale onto the toes. Exhale to table. As you inhale, extend the left arm and the right leg. Find that nice spinal bird dog here, that long alignment. Exhale, tuck in the elbow to the knee. Inhale, find the length. Gazing down. And exhale, tuck it in. Inhale again. As you exhale, take hold of the shoelace side of the right foot. As you inhale, find some height. Open your heart, raise up your chin. As you exhale, plant the left palm and tuck the right knee behind the left knee. Sit back into a shoelace posture. Hips. Just feeling your hips. Using your breath here. Going through some thoughtful cycles of breath. In through the nose with that sweet Ujjayi breath out through the nose. Maybe you listen to the sound of your breath to help keep you centered today and keep sending that breath awareness into your hips, into the joints, into the places that are calling out to you. Maybe you hold your big toes. Maybe you open your feet a little wider if it feels good. Let's take a breath in as we extend our arms overhead. Bring the palms together. Anjali Mudra. Exhale. Draw the thumbs to the heart. Press the knuckles against the heart. Just notice if you feel any activation. Hello, my furry friend. Please join us. Another breath in, lift the nose forward. As you exhale, take a forward fold, extend the arms out in front. Maybe your chin comes to the knee, chest to the thigh, just sweetly folding forward. Keep sending that breath awareness into the hips, into the low back. This is a feature of our class today. In and out. Feel that breath massaging your organs, breathing laterally into the rib cage. Just letting everything loosen up, open up, allowing that fascial tissue to find some freedom so that your lungs breathe better, creating expansion inside. Exhale. As you inhale, walk the fingers back toward the hips and plant the palms in front of you like a table, but keep your legs crossed. And then as you take a breath in, guide yourself toward the left hand. Reach the right arm high. Exhale, gently drop the hips down just for a touch and a feel. And inhale, extend. See if you can find a little arch. Doesn't need to be dramatic. Just notice if you can feel it. Opening the hips in the front. Compressing the spine. Getting that spinal fluid moving today. Waking us up. Another breath in. Exhale down. Let's do it one more time. Last time, inhale, breathe in. Fill up, proud chest. Maybe you rise up on that right toe. Beautiful exhale. Sweep that right hand down. Hips come down. Good. Inhale, turn over. Here we are again in shoelace pose. One breath in here. Exhale, plant the palms. Beautiful. Untwist yourself. Take that right leg out. Reach back now. Right hand for the right foot. And reach up. Open up the front thigh. Maybe you gaze back over the right shoulder. Exhale, plant. When you're ready, big breath in. Find the extension, left leg, right arm this time. And exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, length. Gazing just off the top of your mat. Exhale. In between your fingers and the top of your mat, just keeping that alignment. Exhale again. Inhale, find that length. Long, strong breaths here. Encouraging nourishment of the breath. Sending it into the hips, into the back body. One more breath, one more reach. Like a laser beam, now reaching back. Right hand to the left shoelace side of the foot, the left foot. And breathing into this nice gentle stretch. Noticing how the hips feel on both sides. Last breath in. As you exhale, plant the right palm and cross the left knee behind the right knee this time. Walk your way back to seated. Shoelace pose on the other side. Notice how it feels in your hips. Notice that one side is often so much different than the other side. This is our bodies finding balance from one side to the other. So holding and breathing here. Breathing in nice and deeply. Maybe widening the big toes. Sitting up tall. Reaching the sits bones down towards the mat. Feeling that long, strong spine. Breathing in freedom. Freedom for your joints. Freedom for the movements when your joints are supple, pliable, flexible. One more big breath in. And out. Next breath in. Extend your arms overhead. Find Anjali Mudra above your head. Exhale, draw the knuckles of your thumb to your heart center. Feel your heart. Notice the awakening of your cardiovascular system. And again, breathe in. And as you exhale, extend the palms forward and take that gentle forward fold. Rest your heart upon your thighs. Perhaps setting an intention for your practice, an intention about freedom, freedom for yourself, for your body, for your mind, or someone you know that's imprisoned right now in some sense in their mind or their body, or even someone on the other side of the world. And just keep breathing. Opening up these hips so that we can move with a little more solidarity together. Breathing in and letting go. Surrendering to the fold, softening the face, allowing the shoulders to drape. One more breath in and out. And breathe in, walk the palms back toward the knees, lift up the heart and the hips, and draw yourself forward. This time we're going to guide ourselves toward the right hand, just unwinding the knees, sitting down, breathing out. Inhale, find that nice arch here. Lift up your hips, feeling some extension on the front side body, some contraction on the back, compression of the low spine. It's so beautiful. Keep breathing here. Breathe in. Exhale, let's slowly come down. tap. And breathe in again, reach up. With grace or without. Just finding some freedom here. One more breath in. Exhale down. Last one. Inhale, reach. Open, extend, nourish the body with the breath. Exhale. Plant your bum down gently. And let's come back into that twist. One more time, shoelace pose. Notice how different it feels now after that little bit of movement. And plant your palms. That's it. And this time, reaching the right hand back for, plant the right palm. Let's do the other side. Let's reach the right hand back for the right shoelace part of the foot and open on this side now. Inhale, breathe in, kick up. Up, 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 up. One more breath in. Exhale, release it down. And sit back, child's pose. Take a nice breath in here. And let's find downward facing dog. Inhale, rise to the toes. Exhale, make your way to forward fold at the top of your mat. Peek out halfway. Lengthen the spine, open up the lungs. Exhale, fold. Baby glide side to side. Relaxing the head, the neck, the shoulders. And just finding a little agility, a little flexibility there. Just letting that back go, letting the front body topple over the bottom body here. Good. And then inhale, circle the arms all the way overhead. Maybe the right hand takes hold of the left wrist as you gently glide to the right side, gaze up. Inhale to rise through center. And exhale, left side, gazing up. Where's the freedom in this posture? It's in the opening of the rib cage. All those muscles between those 6 pair of rib joints. Inhale, open up. Lift your heart. Exhale, take that fold. As you inhale, bend your knees, sink your hips, reach the arms all the way overhead. Sit down, Utkatasana, chair pose. One more full cycle of breath here. Inhale to reach up, exhale. Beautiful. And take a breath in. As we exhale, guide that right arm behind you. Gaze will follow. Inhale through center. Exhale, switch sides. Keep the knees together, or at least in line. Inhale through center. As we exhale, bring the palms together at the heart. Left elbow crosses over the right knee. Take a nice breath in. As you guide the knuckles of your thumbs to the heart, gaze up toward the right elbow. Just for fun, a little challenge. Just come up on the toe of the left foot and take a nice big full breath in here. Feel that diaphragm muscle shift. And as you exhale, see if you can find a little floating action here. As you inhale, open up, right palm comes down, left arm reaches high, finding that half moon. Ardha Chandrasana, maybe you gaze after the left fingertips. Giant extension here of this back leg all the way to the back of the mat. Palms come together. Oops, and glide into Skandasana. Buddha lunge here at the back of your mat. That's it. You might put your palms down. That feels nice. And gently supporting and keeping open this left knee with your left elbow. That's okay too, as long as it feels right in your body. Let's take a breath in, rise all the way up to a star. Inhale big. Exhale, palms together. Glide into Skandasana at the top of the mat now. Palms at your heart, palms supporting you on the mat. Either way is fine. Lift up the chest so that you can breathe. Nourish yourself in this posture. Beautiful. So, inhale again, come right up to a big star, proud star. Exhale, palms together, and find Skandasana at the back of your mat. Big breath in, nice open hips here. Now as you inhale, glide into Warrior B. Back to the top of your mat. Strong, long arms. Keep the back arm lifted, gazing off the front fingertips and feeling this beautiful broadening across the hips. As you inhale, interlace the palms behind your skull, lift up the right elbow. Yes, a little side action. As you exhale, tick-tock the right elbow to the right knee or beyond it. Inhale to rise. 2 more like this. Exhale, tick-tock it down. Inhale, rise up. And last time, last one becomes a reverse warrior. As you rise up, part your palms, extend the left arm back along the left leg and gaze up. Keep diving into this lunge in the right knee. Breathe here. 1 full breath. Sending it to your hips, your low back. Finding the freedom in the breath with this nice right open body here. Feeling those lungs fill up. Beautiful. And then as you exhale, plant the right elbow upon the right thigh and extend the left arm all the way over your head toward the front of the room. If it feels right, you can plant the right palm inside the right foot. Just be sure that you're not collapsing when you do that, but continue to open up this left shoulder toward the back wall. Gazing up, feeling this beautiful hip opener. Good. Listen carefully. Take a breath in as you sweep this left arm high, and as you exhale, take hold of that right wrist. Stand up on 2 strong straight legs and pull back your bow. Sky Archer. We're loosening up the rib cage, the obliques, inner and outer. Beautiful. Breathe again. Keep the breath going. And big breath in, rise up. Exhale, palms to the heart center. Left elbow crosses over the right knee again. Like the way we started, press the thumbs toward the heart, gaze up. Prayer twist. Elongate the left leg. Reach the heel toward the back wall. Steady low belly. Beautiful. 1 big giant breath in takes us to a star. Moment of respite. And then on the exhale, we just continue that rotation to the back of the mat. Right palm plants inside the left foot. Inhale, find the length in the left arm. It's a deep lunging dragonfly twist. Breathe in. Feels so nice. And as you exhale, drop the left palm inside the right foot also. So now we're in a sort of a almost humble warrior posture with a humble kitty. Hi. We're going to do a few humble warrior push-ups. So elongate this right leg. Take a breath in as you gaze forward. And as you exhale, send the elbows toward your hips. So not outwards, like a push-up in the gym, but pressing the heel of your palm into the mat, extending that right heel at the same time, flexing the right thigh, and pressing, keep pressing and lowering. And then inhale. And then we exhale. Do it again. Inhale to reach. Feel into the hips. Last one. Best one. Exhale. And let that knee drop at the back and find a resting spot. Another moment of respite. Breathing freedom into the hips. One of the most important, heaviest, most stable joint girdles in our body. Our pelvic girdle requires flexibility to be stable, requires freedom to be mobile. So breathing here, breathing in the freedom that starts inside ourselves. Let your head go. One more full breath here. Open your mouth, let out that exhaust. Yeah. And plant your palms. That's it. And then very gently roll onto this right side. You can stay on the right knee, or you can just come into a side plank. Yogi's choice today, so knee or plank, full plank. Vashisthasana, gazing up at the left fingertips. Breathing, feeling that strong back body. One more breath in, reach, reach. Open up your fingers wide. Let the energy absorb the energy that you're creating. Exhale, plant the palm. Good, breath in here. And exhale, lower down. Inhale, rise up. Urdhva Mukha, upward facing dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Big breath out. One more like that. Breathe in through the nose and let it go. When you're ready, rise up onto the tippy toes. And exhale, glide to plank. And inhale, float your table. And exhale, wide knees, press back, find your child. Being a child, feeling so free. Taking a big breath in, planting the palms, rising into a high downward facing dog on your toes, gazing between the knees. Exhale, glide to plank. Inhale, float your table. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, rise to the toes. As you exhale, walk, hop, or float right into a forward fold at the top of your mat. Deeper and deeper we go. Inhale to peek out halfway. Fill up your lungs. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend your knees, sink your hips, sweep your arms up overhead, sit down. One full breath here. Reach up as you breathe in. Tuck in your belly, not in a restrictive way, just in a way to steady that front core body so you can find the length and the alignment from the crown to the tail. Exhale, send the left arm to the back of the mat first, gaze follows. Inhale, rise through center. Keep sitting down. Exhale, right arm reaches. Inhale, find the top of your mat. Now exhale, palms to the heart this time. You're facing the back of your mat. So this time, the right elbow crosses over the left knee and the palms come to the heart. Right away, notice the difference from side to side. And Lift up this right foot, maybe come on your toes, maybe just step back, or maybe try to float this prayer twist. Inhale, send the left hand down, the right arm reaches high. Find that Ardha Chandrasana here, half moon, going from one side to the other, opening wide, maybe gazing up at the right fingertips. Taking a giant step, biggest step you've taken all day, to the back of your mat. Reach long, palms together, and sit back into that Skandasana. That's it. Inhale, big opening through center. Fill up your lungs. Exhale, find it on the other side. Remember, you can place the palms down. You can use this left arm as a lever against that left inner thigh. Sometimes feels good. Maybe the right toes reach up toward the sky or not. Maybe you sink your hips lower. Inhale, rise through center, big breath in. Exhale, right side Skandasana. Try both ways. Notice what feels good for you. Inhale to rise. And exhale, left side. On the next breath in, glide forward to find warrior two. Gazing forward. Come up through center. Take warrior two to the back of your mat. Good. And as you breathe in, sweep the arms overhead, interlace behind your skull, and reach up the left elbow first. First tick-tock. Exhale, tap the elbow down. Inhale to rise, that's it. Feeling the muscles in your low back, not going so fast. Following that breath through the entire movement so that you feel it's in this resistance that we build our muscles, that we train our muscles. That's why it's called resistance training. It's like really easy to go, phew, 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 nothing to it. Momentum, centrifugal force. Well, not in this case, but you get it. Inhale last time, and reach the right arm down the back of the right leg. Extend the left arm over your head and your heart. Big breath in. And sink into that front knee. Reach long. Feel the low back, feel that open hip. One more big breath in. That's it. Okay, last breath. As we exhale, take the left elbow to the left knee this time. Inhale, the right arm comes high, all the way overhead. Reach, reach. Maybe you bring the left hand inside the left foot or outside. You do your extended side angle. Uttita. Extended. Intensely extended. One more big long breath here. And exhale, let it out. As you inhale, reach this right arm high, open up your rib cage, stand up on two strong straight legs, grasp the front wrist, draw back your bow, sky archer. That's it. Maybe you gaze up. Good. One more breath in. And as you exhale, palms come to the heart center. Cross the right elbow over the left thigh. Now, prayer twist. Gazing off the left elbow. Extending through that right heel and also the crown of the head. Finding that length along the spine, that alignment from heel to crown. Big breath in and out. Maybe you're gazing upward. Steady low belly here. It's okay to tremble and move. Those are your muscles finding their way into balance. And on the next big breath in, open wide. Find your star. And we're going to exhale back to the top of the mat. Left palm comes inside the right foot. Dragonfly twist. Gazing up at the right fingertips. That's it. And breathing here and feeling the hip and the rotation along the spine. And breathing freedom, awareness into your joints, into those myofascial connective ligaments and tissues that serve you so well by holding it together, literally. And then those muscles that hug your bones, that love you, that support you. Good. As we exhale, the right hand comes inside the right foot. Inhale first, gaze forward. Remember this, as we lower, we reach the elbows back toward the hips and surrender the head, neck, and crown. Inhale, press into the heels of the hands, gaze up. Exhale, lower down. But you're not just lowering, you're pressing the heels of your hands forward to reach the elbows back and then letting go of your head, neck, and shoulders. It's a tall order. Inhale up. Just feel it in your body. Exhale, down. One more time, inhale. And last time, exhale, lower down. Keep lowering. Let the left knee fall to the mat. Maybe the forearms come to the mat. Maybe the shoelace side of your foot gently rests upon the mat. Just let everything go here. Humble your warrior. And a few more breaths like this. Breathing in deeply into those lungs. That nice open, flexy rib cage that you have now. After all these movements already. And just allowing your hips to have a turn. At opening, at stretching, at releasing. Letting go, surrendering. All the things. Soften your face. One more big breath in. Crown of your head is pointing down as much as it can. Inhale, plant your palms, and gently rise up. We're going to rise all the way. Let's come to our knees for a moment. Might be a good time for a hydration break. Just a little sip of water in this dry weather. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, come right into a Buddha squat in the center of your mat. Just a little more to go, a little more hip opening. So drawing the palms together at the heart center, possibly using your elbows as levers. Yeah, that's it, I see. Just finding where your feet want to sit. If the heels are up a bit, you could put a block or blanket underneath for a little support. And just gently glide from the left to the right. Just gently massaging, awakening those ankle joints as if they're not already awake. And just giving a little gentle movement to the knees with lots of support. The support of your full lower leg and your foot firmly grounded on your mat or on a blanket. Maybe lift up your toes as you glide side to side. Lift and wiggle. Yeah. Good. And take a breath in. As you exhale, plant the left hand right between your knees and inhale, extend the right arm, lifts, your gaze lifts toward the sky. And exhale, switch sides. That's it. And again, exhale, switch sides. Keep sitting down in between. Reach high, sit down. Exhale, plant the right palm, inhale. Extend the arm, reach up to root down with those sits bones. One more time, each side, reach up, big breath in. Exhale, swap out the palms. Last one this side. Oh yeah, that's good. And come right back. And notice how this feels. Now plant your palms. We're going to come right into Bakasana, frog pose, with the knees wider than the hands and the feet and ankles wider than the knees. So if you look at yourself, you look like an inverted W in your legs. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, you might lower onto the forearms if it feels good. If you need to take some of the heat off, just gently walk the forearms forward. It still feels stretchy and open, but in a different place. So you do you. Feel into your hip joints now. After our very targeted movements this morning, today, maybe gently rock forward and back. If it's not enough challenge, you might walk the elbows back toward the knees, toward your hips. Lower your head down. Bakasana, frog pose. And just send the breath with awareness into the parts that are opening, into the parts that are compressing. What's compressing? Your knee joints are compressing. Your ankles are feeling that compression. Compression is what we need, and it's guided by our own Mother Nature. It's gravity. Gravity pulls us down. The weight of our own body presses down toward the earth. So we're helping ourselves help Mother Nature. Keep breathing here gently with loving, kind compassion. Remember ahimsa, do no harm. And move with sweet, loving, kind compassion for yourself. We move like this so we can create more freedom in our own bodies. When we use our breath as a bridge between the body and the mind, we find that when our bodies feel free and easy and have ease of comfort, feel open, and our mind feels that too. Ever feel a little more easygoing after yoga? That's it. Beautiful. 3 more cycles of breath here. Conscious breathing. In through the nose. Maybe open your mouth and let something out. Help something wiggle its way out. Help some of these tangles untangle, even if you didn't know they were tangled. Yeah. Last big breath in. and out. And then very gently rise onto the palms if you're not already there, and gently walk the heels toward the center, the knees back toward the center. Good. And let's come all the way onto the back body. Extend the right leg long, heel pressing toward the front of the room. It's an active pose. Toes turned up toward your nose, called dorsiflexion. And extend, well, first let's take that right knee in, nice and close. And breathing, keep breathing in and out. See if you can let the shoulders relax. And with the right palm, gently open that bent right knee off the right side of the mat and make a circle. Inhale and exhale. And inhale. And bring that knee back in and reach the foot up toward the sky. Maybe you reach behind the ankle, the shin, just gently wiggling your toes, rotate the ankle one way and the other, and finding some supple, nourishing movements. Good. And breathing in. And as you breathe out, maybe you open that entire right leg off the right side of the mat. Try to keep the left bum anchored down if you can. Maybe the left palm over the left hip. Maybe you gaze toward the left shoulder. Good. And then inhale, reach that leg overhead and switch sides. Send that right leg long. Dorsiflex your toes, reach the heel forward and draw that left knee in. Giving it a hug, appreciating it for all it's done. Take the left palm on the inside of that left knee and open it up to the left side. And then as you breathe, circle gently that hip. There's a fluid inside of our joints. It's called synovial fluid. It's a chemical, a healthy chemical. Keep rotating. It's responsible for the lubricating of our joints. And take a nice breath in and open that hip wide. And inhale back through center, reach the left leg long, maybe take hold somewhere or not. And breathe in and out. Try to relax the shoulders. And rotate the ankles. Maybe wiggle your toes. So this synovial fluid is full of some words you may have heard before. Fibronectin, hyaluronic acid, collagen, ground substance, which used to be called plasma, salts. And when we engage these joints, especially when we move them in ways that are out of our regular habit pattern, breathe in. As you exhale, open that left leg wide off the left side of your mat. Maybe you gaze toward the right side. Maybe the right hand is helping this right hip to not ride off the mat too much. And so we increase this fluid on purpose during these flows. And it helps to support the synovial cavity, which is the joint cavity, by flushing and keeping that fluid fresh and keeping those joints, here's the key word, moist. Inhale, rise back up. We keep them moist, we keep them young. Bring both legs high, it's candlestick. And then bring the soles of the feet together onto your mat. Take the left knee over the right knee and take a spinal twist. Arms can come to a strong T, gazing off the left fingertips. Maybe you gently rest the right palm on the outer side of the left thigh. I like the way that feels in my body. It gives me a little extra pizzazz in my twist. And then as you inhale, just open up this left leg first. Find your butterfly. Feel it. And breathe in. And exhale. Take this right knee over top of the left knee. And find your reclined spinal twist on the other side. Switching your gaze off of the right fingers. It's the moisture that keeps us young. Think of a leaf on a tree in the autumn. It gets drier and drier and drier, and finally it turns brown, wrinkly, and it falls off. And when you're ready, take a happy baby and just glide side to side, maybe opening one leg and then the other. Take any last closing postures that you'd like to take, that you're interested in for your body today. Perhaps halasana, plow pose. Bending your knees, planting your feet, hips width distance apart, arms alongside the body. Inhale, lift up your hips. Little counter posture here, bridge. You could take a full bridge if you wanted to. Exhale, articulating the spine down one vertebra at a time. And then when you're ready, making your way to your own sweet Shavasana here. Maybe wiggling onto your mat to find that perfect place to rest. Feet can be wide. Honor that little curvature in the low back. You don't have to press your low back down. Just honor that it lives there. It's part of you. Also, little lordata curvature between your skull and your shoulders. Maybe pinch your shoulder blades together though, and allow the palms to face open to the sky. Allow the back of the shoulders to rest on the earth. And let's scan the body. Notice how the feet splay open. Invite the knees to relax, the back of the knees to relax onto the mat. Just invite. Notice the thighs, let them go if you're saving any charge in them. Just let that rest. Notice the feeling of the sacrum resting heavily on the mat. It's a little triangular shaped bone. You're resting on a triangle. Hips open, pelvis relax. Synovial fluid making its way through your joints, moistening. Moisture is youthfulness, longevity. It keeps our joints happy, keeps them smooth, keeps them mobile, stable, flexible. All the ables. Keeps us able, capable. Ability to move through the world with freedom. Notice the feeling in your heart when you feel centered. And maybe just tucking your chin a tiny amount to complete the alignment of your spine. And one more breath in through the nose. Open your mouth. Let it out with a sigh. Let everything go. Gentle your jaw. Soften across the eyebrows, especially the Achy chakra, the third eye. Take rest.